Today we're going to be putting a wiring kit on a 2013 Ford Flex SE. I'm using the Blue Ox BX8869 wiring kit for a towed vehicle.
Let's cruise this country from town to town. Get so lost that we can't be found. I'm up, settling down somewhere in Timbuktu.
First thing, you gotta remove the tail lights. It's just these two screw holes right here, and you just have to kind of wiggle it and kind of pull on it, and it's a little tight, but it comes right out. I removed the wiring harness from the tail light. Now we're gonna drill a hole in it for the extra light bulb. I've already drilled a pilot hole here in the tail light assembly, and I'm going to use this 1-inch bit here. And you want to make sure that you don't get the hole too close to your other bulb, because if you do that, then the bulbs might touch each other. I think I got mine a little close, but I think it's gonna work. And it just kind of snaps in there. I might put some tape on it too, just to be safe. There's a wiring diagram that comes with this kit to tell you how to do it, but I'll show you too how we did it. First, we took the white wire from the 4-wire cable and hooked it into the ground, and then we're going to screw that part into a spot on the body. We took the yellow to the black on the driver's side. Then we have the brown from the driver's side is coming from the brown on the 4-wire connector, but also it's going off to go to the passenger side as well. And then the green cable from the 4-wire extension connector here is hooked into another green cable, which will also go to the passenger side. And we screw in the ground to a metal part on the body. Now I'm running my green and brown wires over to the passenger side, and I'm doing it well away from any exhaust or anything that's going to be hot. This is probably 4 or 5 inches from the muffler, but it's well out of the way. Now I've got my green and brown wires over here on the passenger side, and we're going to run the brown to brown, green to the black, and then we will put the ground into a metal part on the body with a screw. Here's something I learned recently. When using these butt connectors, what you need to do is use your wire crimper. And if you notice, on mine, it has a little red dot, a blue dot, and a yellow dot. Well, that's for the type that you're using, and it will crimp it perfectly. Now, I've done this before and used just a pliers and mashed it down. That does not work. So my favorite way of doing this is I usually mash it once on the very end, then in the middle, and then one more time for good measure. And then I usually check it, pull it both ways, and make sure that it holds. Next, we're going to route our 4-wire connector up to the front of the car using zip ties and staying away from anything hot like exhaust or brake pads. Here's a little pointer. Before you hook your taillights back in, be sure you have wired them in inside, like I didn't. Duh. I've routed the 4-wire connector all the way through the front here, and I got a little excess cable, so I'm going to have to trim this down and then put this end on it so that we can hook it up to the rig. And this is going to go on the passenger side here, because that's where the trailer wires connect to. Alright, the moment of truth. We've got the connector on the back of the bus, the connector on the car, flashing brake lights on the rig, flashing brake lights on the tow car. And that's how you put a lighting kit on a 2013 Ford Flex.